And like I said, tonight we're making our Coast Guard wreath. And to do that, I'm just going to take this, and as you can see, I used this the last time in a poof. I'm just going to scrunch it up, making sure my sides stay out so we can have a good poof when we're done. Oh, but first, we will do this for you. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna leave the tail pretty long since it's uneven, but we're gonna trim it off. We're gonna grab one of our zip ties. I'm gonna start on this one, so right before that zip tie, I'm gonna put my scrunched part there, and I'm just gonna put my zip tie around it. And I'm gonna Of course, I'm going to have zip tie confusion. I forgot to grab my... Let me grab this. Sorry, I know my back is in your way. We'll just use these. They're close. Okay. I just sometimes have to get something that grips a little bit better than my hands. I'm going to pull that tight. I'm going to push it around to the back or the inside, and I'm going to just clip it off down to the nub. And then we're going to get started with our poofs. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to do 12-inch poofs. And I just measure them out on my mat. Where did my other inch go? Here it is. Okay. So here we go. Open up our tie. These ties are kind of a little loose, but I like the color of this work form. We're just going to tie it down one good time, because as you know, we'll be going back in and putting things in on our ties. And you just want to poof this out. And like I said, the cross does come from Ms. C's Crafts. You can go visit her there. She has crosses, and she does do some signs. She makes wonderful products. I work with her a lot. And I love her products. I have them all over hanging on my walls. And I also have a lot of them. She made my my tiger wreath signs for me for my class reunion. So she really stepped up, and I have not enough nice things that I can say about her, because I was in a bind, and she came up with the perfect signs that made the perfect wreath, so I was very, very happy. So she's a good gal, so check her out and see what she's got. She's been making some new crosses, and I'm sure she's got some signs in her mind that she's going to make. They moved, so they're getting back into the swing of things. Now this 21-inch came from JoAnn's, I'm pretty sure. I get a lot of my, I go there and buy their seasonal mesh. They don't have mesh other than seasonal usually. But I do like their 21-inch seasonal. I've been trying to go back and find their Christmas. They haven't come out with it yet though, so I'm wanting that. Last year they had a beautiful turquoise mesh in their Christmas collection, and I would really like to get a bunch of it. I've been wanting to do peacockeries, and I've been collecting things for over almost a year now, so I would really love to get a hold of some of that. Vacation? Who gets vacations? I guess actually we do. We're going to go to the convention in Illinois. I think that's about 4 weeks away. We've got one more weekend after. What do you think? Do I have one more weekend? I do. I have one more weekend that we have before our first big show. So we are getting ready for that. We spent all day yesterday making hats and candy canes and trying to finish them up. I've got to make a lot of bows. I've been listening to a lot of advice. Our grid walls came in. We're very happy about that. So we're hoping that we have everything and we're ready to rock and roll for that show, because it's a big one. So we'll see how that goes. And Michael's not here tonight. He may come home while we're online, but we're hoping that he doesn't bother us. I do have the game on. The hockey game is on preseason, so it's on in case he comes in, so he can be happy and watch it. But I have never had FedEx show up at my house at 8:30 before, so I was waiting for a package for my son that I had to sign for, and the dog was acting crazy, and I thought she was just, you know, got up and was wanting attention, so really wasn't paying attention. But I don't know that he ever really knocked or anything on the door. But when I went up to check, because I got a message saying that they said they tried to deliver the package, so I went up to check, and sure enough, there was a notice on the door. So he headed down to FedEx downtown Omaha to get that picked up for us. Otherwise, they try to deliver it again tomorrow, and if they come at 8:30 in the morning, I might not be awake. So we just figured we'd just go on down and pick it up tonight, and we had to wait till after 6. So he left a little bit ago to go get that. And I think he said he was going to run by the storage shed, although I don't know why. We have more stuff in our storage shed than we have in our house. We actually have 2 storage sheds. It has our whole life in it. Someday we'll get it all back when we find another house we want somewhere. But until then, it just resides in storage. So we do this all the way around the bottom in 12-inch poufs. Wow, you won four free tickets to Vegas for a Christmas convention? That sounds fun. And this work form is a pencil tie. It's not, or a tinsel tie. I don't know which they call it. It's not the thick stems, it's the thinner stems. I do like the color of it though. Now we're back to where we began, and I didn't do this, so I'm going to trim this end off. Sorry, I had my head in the way. Oh, I'm like, where is what from, Laura? But you're just saying where I got my stuff from, I see. Cut that piece off. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to make our poof. And we're going to go right in this tie here where the first poof is. And we're going to tie these both down in here. One good tight tie. I used to never do poofs. Now I'm going to open this tie up, and what I'm going to do to go to the top, I don't like to detach the mesh, so I'm just going to get this and pull it over top of the poof up here right by this tie. I'm going to leave the tie open. So we're going to do it just like we did on the bottom, and I'm going to zip tie it right before the tie again. Being careful not to catch anything in the zip tie, because I've done that before. Caught like the tie from the bottom or part of the poof, and so be careful with that. I'm just going to slip this in here. These are 4-inch zip ties, so they are a little hard for me to grab, but and I'm just going to snip off right after I turned it in. I'm just going to snip it off right. Well, the dog will have had fun chewing on that. Lambo will like that. So I'm going to make sure my ties stick out, and then I'm just going to go ahead and start again, and we're going to do 12-inch poofs on the top until we get all the way back around. So I hope everybody's having a good thing. Hi, Aunt Mary. How are you? Hello from Canada. How are you? Are you in the place where they're getting snow? I saw that. I'm going to move this glass thing here before I knock it off. I saw that up near Saskatchewan, maybe? I don't know if Lori McNeil's on here from Unique and Creek, but somewhere up there they're getting snow. I'm not very good at geography, so I'm not sure. I think it's more over in the western part of Canada. I know it's getting cooler up north too, so I'm excited. I like fall. Hi Krista, how are you tonight? So I'll just keep making our 12-inch poofs with our 21-inch iridescent white mesh until we get all the way back around, and there are 15 ties on this ring. Usually there are 16 ties, but they're 9/7. This one for some reason is 8/7, and I made Michael count too because I thought, well, maybe I'm just not doing it right. Now I'm finally going to run out of this one, and that's okay because I have another roll of this sitting right over there that we can use, but we'll go ahead and use this as much as we can. And then to start it, we'll just do it like we've done with the others, and we'll just put a zip tie on it and see how many poofs we need. This way I'm not wasting or opening several different rolls of this at one time, because I have a lot of open rolls of stuff, so I don't like to get too many rolls. Although I did learn that you can use umbrella bags, especially for the 21-inch mesh, to help keep them from getting, you know, dust and stuff on them, and it also helps control them. So I was having a horrible problem of them all getting stuck together and then fraying. So it just helps protect the mesh both from fraying and from dust and whatever that flies around the house. Looks like I may just make this my last one because it gets kind of roly-poly on the end, and that's a little hard to work with. Yes, tonight's theme is a Coast Guard cross wreath. I have the cross from Miss C's Crafts. I don't know if I can get one more out of this or not. Sometimes they tape them and sometimes they staple them. You just never know what you're going to get till you get down to the end of that roll, huh? And maybe we'll see if we can. I don't think there's enough, so, but we'll see. I'm not going to use the rest of this, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm actually going to zip tie it down to finish it off. I figured we had to run out of that roll soon. I think I made 3 wreaths out of it, actually. Turn around to the back. There of it. And then, just going to grab it. Take my scissors, cut it off. I'm going to throw that away. Now, I'll just take me a second here. I got to reload because I wasn't sure if we'd run out or not. So, thank you, Judy. Yes, if everybody could remember to like, love, and then share, like or love and then share, I would totally appreciate it because it helps me tremendously. I'm just going to put on this top one. This is a roller that Mike made me. You can get mesh rollers from Susie's Mesh. Is it Susie's Wreaths and things? Laura knows. And Laura's got some... we're just going to gather this up again. Laura's got some links too she can give you for that. If you would like. Laura has affiliate links for the mesh and things. So I'm just going to cut some of that off because it's kind of wild. And what I'm going to do is I am going to open this tie, I think. I'm going to smush this tail right underneath here, just like we would do in the beginning, and put it right here. And then I'm going to get another zip tie. What did we do before zip ties? I'll tell you. And if you remember our last couple of lives, those wreaths are still available on my Etsy store. We have the no, I don't remember what it says. The dog-themed Christmas wreath. And then I also have the Let It Snow wreath still. So I'm just going to put this in here and tie this back around now that I have the mesh down in there. One good tie. And here we go again. And it looks different. Sometimes these look pink, sometimes they look green, but it's just because it's iridescent. Because I thought at first, oh, these don't match. And then I go, yeah, they do. I do also like to use the ones with the silver foil, but I didn't want to use silver on this tonight because there is no silver in my cross. It's all gold. So that's why I'm staying with the gold theme with no silver, because I just thought that would be better. And I wanted this one made for our big show coming up so that I have all 5 that I can make in my inventory. And if I sell it, I can take orders for it. I've got to find my snips, Laura. I lost them. That's right, Sue. You're going to have a wedding this weekend, aren't you? That'll be fun. A lot of weddings going on right around this time of the year. My daughter, when she got married 5 years ago, was in June, so I think if we had to do it over again, I'd say, can't you guys wait till the fall? Because it was really hot. June... What day did she get married? June 5th? I don't remember. June 9th. It's been 5 years. I'm good to remember June. We worked a solid year to get that wedding done. So Michael and I made all the flowers for it. Did all the table arrangements, all the bouquets. It took us a full year. It really did. So, but it gave us something to do. And it was beautiful. So, she got her princess wedding, and that's all that was important to me. So she is my princess. One of them. I have 2 princesses and a prince. And of course my princess has my little prince, so I can't complain. I haven't actually seen him today. But, well, I guess I did see him for a couple minutes. Okay, we're back to where we began. So we're going to put this down here. And we're going to tie it off with this tie. And I'm going to scrunch it as tight as I can, because I don't really want to open up the ties if I don't have to. Then I'm going to take this and cut it again. Maybe. There they are. I lose things. And I'm going to cut it up here a ways, because I can always trim it off more, but I can add more if I need it. So we're going to just trim that off up there. I'm going to roll this out of our way. And then I'm going to shove this underneath this first poof right here. And I'm going to get out our trusty zip tie and finish it off. And then we'll have our poofs all done. And I hope you guys can see okay. If you can't, let Laura know. And then she can let me know. And then we can fix it. Or we can fix it for the next time if I can't get it fixed now. I can move the cameras around, so. Because I use OBS, so I have webcams. It's not like the Mevo, where some things you can't do after you start. But I don't know how to do them yet, so that's okay. I am going to be working on that this week, though. Alright. And I'm going to try to poof this out over. So we have all of our 12-inch poofs on, and we're going to get ready to do our ruffles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it back a little bit just so you can see it a little bit better. There's our poofs all on our wreath. So, oops, actually I guess that one's better. There it is. So we're going to go back up. Thank you, MJ. Some people don't. Some people don't like that. They want to see your face, but it's probably just as well as you guys don't. Hi, Della. How are you? I think you can see me better putting the stuff on, so you have a better sense of what I'm actually, you know, my hand movements are and stuff, in case you're doing that. Okay. I knew I had one of those Crafter Delight items. The trusty cable remote to help hold this. This is 30 inches long. It's 10 inches wide. And I'm just going to ruffle them up. So I'm going to just walk it up. I do have a little bit of problem sometimes, but it all works out in the end. This is part of this actually, the 30-inch poofs actually, or ruffles actually took a little bit more. It took 1 1/4 roll, and it took all of the second roll, or all of the, so I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I could figure it out in my head, but it did take over 1 roll. So I had a partial and I had this one, and there's I'm putting 15 ruffles on. So you want them to look like bow ties. You want to hold on to them. Sometimes I have to manipulate them. I have a slight grip problem, so. But we're just gonna go back to one of our ties. We're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna give it one good tie, because then we're gonna go back and we're gonna put, except for one set of ties, we're gonna put 2 ribbons on each one, because I have an idea. And so I wanted to keep the pattern, so I think that's what we're going to try. If it doesn't work, then I can cut more ribbons if I need to. You just want to fluff out your... And this is a simpler wreath because, of course, you know, I mean... I love the cross. I don't want to take away from the cross, and I know some people go, oh, put more decoration on it. But I just like the cross. It's the meaning of the military cross to me that's the most important. So my husband was Air Force, so I like to just highlight the cross. I like this mesh. It's nice. I'm not really sure when I got it. I did order it from Sims. Now I know I ordered some wreath frames from there one time, so got stuck on my mat. So I'm not exactly sure when I ordered it. It has been a while. And I'm running out of work forms, so in case you hear that song playing in the background, somebody's doing laundry, so it's either my washer or dryer is done. Likes to sing us a song. Anyway. Yeah. I'm trying to find the ones that are going to be harder for me to, that are at the end of the roll. So they're harder to ruffle actually for me. Because they curl, curl, curl. That'd be great for if you were doing curls or rolls, but I'm doing ruffles, so. Just cut that piece of foil out of there. So, just out of curiosity, I know we're in the fall and the, Halloween, fall, and Christmas season, but what kind of wreaths do you guys like to see? Do you like to see Christmas ones? Do you like to see fall ones? Do you like grapevines? Do you like big poofy ones? Do you need small ones? You know, I would love to know your opinions, because it helps me to choose what I need to make, or what I want to make. And believe it or not, we've got to start digging through boxes, because I had a whole bunch of Christmas signs and Michael put them somewhere, and I went to get them the other day and we can't find them. I can find all kinds of decor, but no signs, and I had a bunch. So I don't know if he stuck them in a box and they're on a shelf. We've got to go out in the garage and look for them, because I know I had a vintage Santa picture that I really wanted to do, but I have no idea where it's at. So, a swag. I have never done a swag, Shelly. Actually, I have one in a box. I bought a kit from Lori. A swag kit. And I have not gotten made, so maybe I will dig that out. I shouldn't say dig it out, because it's actually just sitting in the floor here. Maybe I'll make that soon. I don't know. Oh, there's a bad spot in that mesh. I didn't notice that. Hopefully it doesn't affect anything. Dancing with the Stars is on? I didn't know they'd started a new season. So I don't ever get to watch TV in the fall, starting, well, actually the season doesn't start till October 3rd, but hockey's on, and hockey takes precedence over everything. In fact, my son even sometimes comes over, and they go upstairs to the 70-inch TV and they watch the games while I'm down here doing things. So they love their hockey. They love to go to hockey games too, if they can get to one in Minnesota or Denver, or they've been to St. Louis. I went to one in Minnesota, but they've been to Denver. Ones are good to go to. We're blacked out there, so I'm just going to keep doing these. I'm going to put the ruffles on the bottom and the top. Yeah, it's on my to-do list, Shelly, trust me. I have one. I just haven't. In fact, I've seen people take gutter covers and make swag things, but I've never made an actual swag form, so I thought maybe I should do one of those first before I you know, but I don't know. I'm trying to look at the comments. I don't know why. Laura has my back, I know that. By the way, my moderator is Laura from Laura Jean's Wreath Rooms. Everybody should know that, probably. But if you're new watching, Laura from Laura Jean's Wreath Room does moderate my lives. She's very excellent at it. I trust her completely. She is my biz buddy and my good best friend. And she makes beautiful wreaths. She is on lives. Tomorrow night, she should be live on Facebook. And then Thursday night, and I'm not sure if she'll be on Facebook or YouTube. She lets me know, because I moderate her lives. And then Saturdays, she's usually on Facebook. She's taking a little break. She did a lot of lives all at one time, so it's good for her that she took a little break. But those are the days that she normally goes on her lives. I've never done garland either. I've seen some really nice looking ones over this Halloween season. A gal I watched from down in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, made a real nice Halloween garland and swags, and the whole door was covered. I don't have that luxury. Mine doesn't have that big of a front on it or big of a porch to put a great big garland swag thing. I suppose I could, but I'm thinking the next time we go live, which will be Friday, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go on YouTube or if I'm going to go on Facebook. Kind of thinking about it. Usually I go on YouTube. But right now we're having such a hard time contacting you all, letting you know where we're live at. I do also move all my videos over to YouTube, so you can watch them and replay there. But I'm thinking Friday night I will make a unique in the creek wreath. I'm not sure yet which one. I might do a character wreath, or I might do a tree. I've been wanting to actually use a tree form and make candy corn out of it. Thank you, Gail. I thought this was a blue-black, but it could be royal blue. You're right. You know, I'm thinking it is now. It comes from Sims, and if you look, it's under the metal foil, and I do believe it is royal blue. Now that you guys mention it, it's not really navy, and in the package wound up it looked blue-black, but now it just looks like a royal blue. And if I'm thinking right, I believe I was having problems finding the royal blue, and I needed it for a project I was doing, and I usually just order like 5 rolls when I order. So I had this 1.5 of this, I believe, because it, like I said, it did take both rolls, the partial roll and the full roll, for 30-inch poufs or ruffles. Poof on the brain. So I do believe it is a royal blue, not the blue-black like I thought. But it's CR100-62, I believe was what was written on the package label. So if you look under the CR100, that's their metal foil Deco mesh. And then you just go in and you pick your color. They're all under that same number, and so I do believe this one would be the royal blue. That's another reason I don't care for paper mark mesh, but that's another reason I have problems with it, because they don't really tell you the colors. They just kind of show them to you and give you you just do it like that. And I'm not good with the colors, because what I see is probably not what it's going to be. I wish I was upstairs because we have a big mantle and I could really make a nice swag, but I'm not going to do that because not only do they have the little man up there that would probably bring it down, they also have cats, and already the cats have taken my wreaths off the walls that I've made for them, and so I'll just keep my wreaths down here, because I put a lot into a Steelers Lombardi trophy. Wreath, and the cat knocked it off the wall and then they just let it sit, so then they climb all over it, so I'm not going to do that anymore. But and Unique in the Creek has gotten their flower boards, their new flower board mold in, so they should have those new flower boards out very soon. They are working still with the character face ones. There were some problems, but I think they have that glitch worked out, and those should be at the conference for sale. So I'm excited to get the new boards. She was showing them on a live the other night, and I like the way that she's upgraded them to having the whole sideways as opposed to up and down. And she says you'll only have to use one zip tie as opposed to two on each piece of mesh, and that's excellent. Not that I can't do it with two pieces of mesh, but one piece of mesh would be cool. Alright, so we have the bottom ones done. Now we're going to do the tops. Hi Melody, thank you so much. Thank you for coming and joining us. We're just making our Coast Guard wreath. Trying to get ready for our big show on October 6th. Make sure we have everything made that we want. You know, that's twice I've seen a weird spot in this mesh. I wouldn't think that it would have that many weird spots in it. I usually get my mesh usually from JoAnn's, unless I do. Sometimes I will buy the seasonal mesh from Hobby Lobby. I don't like their basic mesh, but I will buy seasonal, or if I'm in a bind and I need just a color, I will get it. But otherwise, I get most of my mesh from Craft Outlet and JoAnn's. JoAnn's, I love their snowball mesh. They get it in. In fact, I was there the other day, and they hadn't got their Christmas out, but they had a sale. They have good sales. And I got black snowball mesh. And I, like, bought every roll of snowball mesh they had in the black. They only had, like, 5. But they were all, I want to say, like, 60% off or so. Because I do love, I mean, the pastels make beautiful, beautiful wreaths. I use those for my butterfly wreaths, and I used it for my hummingbird wreaths. And I will be using a lot more of it this spring. I don't have much left, though. So hopefully they bring out more. I didn't really see much over the fall season in the fall colors of the snowball mesh. But I understand you can get it at other places. It's there, it's simple, and I have a shopping habit. So I'm actually trying to use everything I have already in stock here at the house before I go out and buy. But I saw snowball mesh, so I had to have it. Thank you, Pam. Thanks for dropping by. It's great to see you, hon. tell you, this is the season, I guess everybody, this is my first year to go through, because I started making the wreaths in like the end of October, well, October-ish period, November, and I didn't actually start the business until February. So this is the first like Christmas season I've been through making the wreaths, and I didn't realize, I never paid attention to how many actual craft shows there are out there. And I know during the summer I had the farmer's market. I'm going to do that more, I think, next summer, because hopefully Michael won't be going to get fish from Alaska. They only do that about once every 2 years unless they change their minds. But because it's just good to get out. We only did one farmer's market this summer. It was pretty hot. Well, we did ours earlier in the season, so it wasn't near as hot. But, and then we have these 2 craft shows coming up the first 2 weekends in October. And I really haven't seen any others. These are just in Bellevue, not in Omaha. So I haven't actually seen any others listed, because I'm just kind of like, I did get invited to go to one in Iowa, but it happened to run on top of one of the ones here in Bellevue. So I wasn't able to go. And that was an invite from a vendor that was at the farmer's market. So we weren't able to attend that one, but I have my eyes and my ears open to hear if any come up and see what we can attend, because I kind of like the shows. They're kind of fun. I know they're a lot of work. Poor Michael works his little rear end off, but I enjoyed them because they're very social, and I like to talk. So I get to talk to a lot of people when I'm out that aren't people I normally talk to. Are you leaving, MJ? You have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate each and every one of you that come to our lives. Trust me. It's excellent. And if you could just like and share it all over, that would be fantastic. We appreciate it. I have a navy wreath that is listed. I'm listing all my military wreaths at $80. That is on my current Etsy. And I believe it's in, I tried to open a Facebook shop, and it'll probably be listed there as $90, because someone told me I had to charge the shipping cost, but then I was told I didn't. So I may have gone back in there and fixed them, but they are $80 for the Navy Cross. I have a Navy wreath, a Marine wreath, a Army wreath, an Air Force wreath, and now a Coast Guard wreath. And I list them for $80. And all of them have a cross with an emblem on them. And they come, all the crosses come from Miss C's Crafts. So if you want to look at the Etsy store or the Facebook store, and if to shop on the Facebook store, when you go in on my link, or on my business page, it's in the left-hand link, takes you to the Facebook store, and the Shop Now button takes you to the Etsy. Hi, Aunt Mary. Did you get kicked off? Because I thought you were on here. Yeah, Laura has that Etsy link. I'm sure she's put it up there. But I bet she'll put it up there again if she can. And I'm not sure what actual shipping is, but it usually comes out around $10 is what shipping normally costs for me. I'm right in the middle of the country, so about almost anywhere I can get it shipped for around $10-ish, $10 to $15 usually. But that's all figured for you on Etsy when you go in there and shop. Got 2 more ruffles to do, guys. And then we'll have all our ruffles on. We'll be ready to start our ribbons. Did you, Judy? I was watching a live earlier and it did that to me and I don't know why. Well, it actually didn't kick me out. It just kind of like stopped the video and had a play button on it. And I kept pushing the play and it wouldn't let it play, so I had to physically go out and come back in to get it to move again. I just figured it was just, you know, not being my friend. Which is nothing new, but I don't hardly watch lives on my phone unless I'm in my vehicle. And I do that when Mike drives. But I usually either watch the iPad or most of the time it's on my computer, on my desktop. Because I'm just a desktop type person. If I have phone questions, I call Laura. Laura, help me. Because she does everything on her phone. She is like the iPhone queen. It's impressive. Like, you can do that on a phone? She's like, yeah. Okay. But being a techie, I do everything on a desktop, so... Alright, that was our last ruffle, guys. Thank goodness. Boy, that's a lot of ruffles. Actually, it's only 15, so I shouldn't say it's a lot of ruffles. It just seemed like a lot of ruffles. Okay. So, let's play this little game again. Let me see if I can figure it out. Why, you know, I'm getting comments, so I'm not going to mess with it, but my iPad is frozen. And my dry humor, huh, Sue? Alright, so there it is. Go back to the close one. Now we're going to get out our ribbons, and I kind of showed them to you, but I'll show you to them. I've got them cut. And I actually did not dovetail these. Don't ask me why. Maybe I just forgot. Or maybe, I don't know. And oh, I am on a computer. She is the iPhone queen, trust me. Anyway, I didn't dovetail these, and Laura's gonna yell, but I only cut these at 12 inches. And here's what I decided, okay? This side looks purple. I know it looks blue on the computer, but it has a purple tinge. So I looked at the other side, and I liked it better. It's not glittery, but I liked it better. It has a different pattern and stuff on it. So I'm going to use that side. And then I chose this one to go with it. Just going to make sure that I find the middle spot. I like to say squish. I think the real word is scrunch. And I'm just going to... I'm not opening the ties if I don't have to. I just don't like to open ties. It's easier on my fingers and the mesh and everything concerned. And I'm just going to give these a good 3 twists now. And then if I've done that appropriately and gotten it tight, because ribbons can make or break, trust me. I'm just going to yank them, and I'm going to pull them all down kind of towards me. And I'm trying to get better. Ribbons are not my friend. Ribbons and I have an understanding that they don't care for me, and I don't really care for them, but I'm getting better. That's why you don't see me make a lot of bows either, because it's just not in my repertoire yet. Though I've done a lot for tops of hats, so. But you want to get these, get your ribbons placed where you want them. And you always do have to foo-foo with them, but then my second set of ribbons, this one is sheer, but this is a blue glitter with a kind of, I don't know if you can see it through the back, and then we have this kind of gold sheer. I have ribbons, I just don't have the appropriate ribbons half the time, so I really kind of wanted a white sparkly, didn't have one. I had white satin picked out, changed my mind. I also, because I have ribbons on all my ribbon stands, and then I have a whole, like, you store your Christmas tree in it, plastic box full of ribbons. So Michael and I were out, like, what am I going to use? This is what I want, but I don't have. So I'm making do with what I got. I think it's going to be okay. It's not too sheer. And I can't just do the finger thing. I got to kind of work it. Sounds like somebody's home in my car. Maybe, maybe not. Could be the kids. I think they were out too. We will know in a minute. Hi, Finn. Oh, hi, Mike. Yes, Michael is now home. So the dogs might get a little excited. I have Finn down here too. Shh. Michael, what are you doing over there? Making a lot of noise. That's nice. Now he's going to give me the Howard Cosell on the hockey game. I don't know. I say that, my children look at me like I'm crazy, but if you ever watched sports when I was younger, Howard Cosell, like, announced and had opinions about all the games and stuff. I don't know that he announced them, but so anytime anybody keeps telling me everything, I don't need the Howard Cosell of the game. Who's trying something new? I must have missed something. I remember the day I'd use decoration, not ribbon when I first started. But people like ribbon. So, I'm learning. You want Lamba. Can't have my Lamba. Actually, I want a second one to go along with her so she has somebody to play with rather than just Finn, the big dog. Michael says I can't have one till I have a bigger house or I get a house. So instead he's going to put in a fish tank. And I don't mind if he puts in a tank as long as it doesn't make too much noise. Because he told me he was going to put shrimp in it, and we actually had a peacock shrimp when he had his tanks before, and those are the coolest things. They're very good judges of character. But you have to watch them because they are so strong that they can break the glass on the aquarium if they get mad or somebody walks by they don't like. They'll smack the glass. And I only know that because my sister's boyfriend would come over and she got rid of him, thank goodness. But that shrimp hated him. And every time he'd walk in this room, that shrimp would smack that glass. I thought the shrimp was going to break it because he absolutely hated him. Yeah, they have a very... Yeah, one day his legs fell off and then he died. They don't do very well without their legs. And they only live about 2 years, so... Can you please stay off my feet, Lamba? That's the only thing is when these dogs get wound up, they get down here on my feet. My feet are very sensitive. And they tend to make them hurt more. But that's alright. I could wear shoes. Well, except for the fact that I think Lamba drug one of my good shoes. Well, not my good shoes, but the ones I wear all the time off. It's probably out in the garage somewhere. With some craft stuff that I don't know I have. I swear that puppy takes everything. Excuse me. We've got 2 more to go on the bottom, and then we'll start on the top. And I'm only putting 6 on the top because I want to keep the pattern. And what I'm going to do is, where the 7th one is where I'm going to put the top of the cross. So I didn't think that I might. And if it looks bad, then if it doesn't look right, well, I can cut some more, but since there was an even number on the bottom, I thought, well, let's try this. Let's try and see how that works. Oh, who knows? It's a reaction. It's okay. Angry people. Oh, Aunt Mary, Lamba is my puppy. Not the big one you hear going grr, but the little one. Finn is the big one. That's my daughter's dog. They've been out all afternoon, so we let him come down here. Otherwise, he whines and moans upstairs, so we just bring him down. It's easier. And then Lamba gets entertained, and I don't have to worry about it. Lamba, come here. Come here a minute. Come here. Come here. Ouch. Come here. Come to mommy. She just got her. She just went to the spa. Here. I gotta change the camera. She just went to the spa on Saturday. There it is. Thank you. Look at the camera. Quit jumping. She wants to go play with Finn so bad. There it is. There it is. This is my baby. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let her down, guys, because she's going spastic. She's the one who steals all my stuff. And anyway, we'll go back over here and put our top ribbons on now. Thank you. I love her. She's a Shishan, so she's half Shih Tzu and half Bichon Frise. Yes, I'm a terrible person. I did not go to the rescue for. But my next one, I had Doxies before this, miniature Dachshunds. But I was so close with Chloe. Chloe was 9 years old when she passed. And I was so close with Chloe. She was my comfort and my joy that I was afraid if I got another one and it didn't act or be like Chloe, then I would hold it against the puppy. So I was like, no, I got to go with a whole different breed. I'm going to pull all of these out also, because I know that our cross is going to take up a lot of the middle. So I may get what I really wanted, and I thought Chloe was going to, we had 2 Doxies. Mike had 1. Well, we got 1, and it, Dachshunds actually kind of attract to a person, so it was Mike's. So I got Chloe, and I thought she was going to be a dapple, but she ended up being more, she had a little dapple in her, but she was more blackish than anything. And but actually Lamba has a lot of the qualities that or acts a lot like Chloe did, so it was kind of amazing to me that she would do some of the same things that Chloe did. So I'm pretty much in love with my little Miss Lamba. She just doesn't like to sit still. She just turned 1 in April, so. And she's very smart. I did take her to just puppy training, but after that I kind of gave up. I was gonna try to train her out to be a comfort service dog, but it costs a lot of money, so that didn't happen. And like I said, we're just gonna put 6 on. I almost thought that was you, Laura. I was getting ready to yell at you. Hi, Teresa. You want to go to an actual pumpkin patch? Maybe that's where they're going to. No. I started to say maybe they're going to the pumpkin patch tonight. Maybe that's. I couldn't figure out where. Maybe Nick and Melinda and Ryder are out at the pumpkin patch. Now that somebody said pumpkin patch, kind of sounds familiar. Because they've been gone. She came home from work early and they've been gone all afternoon. Which is a good thing, because that means Mr. Ryder will sleep tonight. He'll be all tired out because he'll be all over that pumpkin patch. Let me tell you what, boy. That kid does cardio 24/7 if he could. And then his other grandma bought him a little, like, motorized little scooter thing that's not very big. And he was riding that last night. It sounded like somebody was up on top of me mowing a lawn. I was like, is he mowing the lawn? She's like, no, that's his little motorcycle thing they got him. I go, oh, okay. It sounded like a lawnmower. It's kind of funny. Laura, what are you talking about? They're all going, geez, Laura. At the pumpkin patch, Diane? We have one here called, what is this one's called? Bellevue Berry Farm. They do, you can go pick your own strawberries, and I think it's raspberries when they're in season, and then they plant pumpkins, and they have a spook house and a ride, a haunted hay rack ride. The kids used to love for me to go, because back when I could see in the dark, I can't see in the dark anymore, but when I could see in the dark, because I don't see colors quite properly, I could always see the people hiding. So the last time they took me, I couldn't see very well in the dark, and I had to like feel along the walls, and I kept touching people, and supposedly if you touch them they can touch you, and I just have to go, oops, sorry, I can't see. Oops, sorry, I can't see. So it kind of takes the scare out of it. But now I can't walk around in the dark at all, so I'm pretty funny. Had to put a night light in the bathroom so I can get there in the middle of the night without like taking out, well, I have 2 wreaths on stands, and well, it's just very crowded. Or I'll run into the door frame. You never know what I might run into. Kind of like when I'm outside trying to spray wreaths and stuff, and neighbors are filming me because they're blowing all over. I'm trying to chase them, so we're a fun time here. We're a fun time call. So I have one more set. This is going to be the top of our wreath, where the top of our cross is going to be. So I have one more set of these to put on. And then after we get our cross on, we should be all done. I've already put, to mount the cross, I thought, well, one thing, I thought about putting staples on it, you know, to staple on wire or pipe cleaners. However, I bought a staple gun, and Michael promptly took it, used it, and now I don't have it anymore. It's somewhere in my garage, hung up, he says, where I don't know where it's at, because my tools stay in here. So, and I specifically went to Menards and bought it. And I've never used it. He used it for something else.
You can't use it. It's too hard to press it down.
He says it's too hard to press, so I'll have to get one like Laura's. I really liked the way hers looked. Looked like just a stapler, but it was a staple gun, so I really liked it. Alright. Okay, so there it is with all of its ribbons on. Hi Zora. I'm going to change your angle for a minute. I'm going to go further back. I'm going to hold this up. Whoops. Don't pay attention to the man eating over there in the chair. But this is what it looks like so far, and now I'm going to go and I'm going to get him out of the picture. He says he won't do a live with me, but he'll sit over there and eat and watch hockey while you guys are on here. So here's the cross once again. And it is the Coast Guard cross. And thank you, Aunt Mary. Hi, Melissa. I didn't see you had come in. Hi, Patricia. I missed a lot of people. Anyway, I'm going to put the cross on so it is up here. Ouch. I just knocked myself in the chin. I do that a lot too when I pull zip ties. I'm going to figure out how to get this wire down in here through this mesh at some point. So I connected it with that rapid fuse. I put the cable mounts on, and then put the green floral 26 gauge floral wire in there to it, and I'm going to connect that back here if I can grab it and get it all moved. I know you guys can't probably see anything right now because I got it up here and I'm trying to grab the wires and hold it with my chin. And signs are the worst things in the world. I have totally decided. So I'm going to turn it this way and try. So I only think I have one wire in my hand. Now I have those wires on me. What'd you do, Zora? Ooh, I hate the dentist. Yeah, you should be laughing now, honey. One time, a while back, they had given me Valium to get me just into the office because I had to have like a root canal or something done. And then they had promised me also nitrous oxide. Guess what? They wouldn't give me the nitrous oxide. They said I was too happy from the Valium. I'm like, oh, come on now. You promised. But, so I was a little disappointed with that.
And they broke the needle off.
Silly dentist. Yeah, I had a bad experience when I was 10. They almost broke a needle in my jaw. And the guy held it up and went, ha ha ha, look what I did. And yeah, I've had troubles with dentists since I was 10. In fact, we have actually found out now, I don't know if it's the Novocaine or if I'm allergic to it or if it just doesn't work or what. But the last 3 times I've been to the dentist, except for the root canal, I don't even take, they just drill and go, and I don't even take any kind of number. It's just, if I take numbing agents, it takes 3 days. I know, it wasn't fair for them not to give me gas. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you, Judy. You can type live in. You should be able to sign up for my messenger if you type live in the comments. I do believe. Probably. It doesn't hurt. And like I said, I don't even take numbing agents now. I don't take any lidocaine or any Novocaine, no shots at all. If they give me a shot, it takes me 3 days to recover. But if not, I'm good within an hour. So I just tell them, try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll go back and take a shot. But until then, don't do it. Anyway, and like I said, I forgot to say this, guys, but if you want to type live in the comments, if you do not receive notifications, I don't get to give them out anymore like I used to because Facebook has changed it, but I did send one out 5 minutes before reminding you that I would be live on Facebook. And that's what I'll probably do now, send one out 5 minutes before. Also, I schedule my lives, and if you hit on the Get Interested button, I believe Facebook actually sends you notifications of my lives 20 minutes before and then 3 minutes before. And that's, I've actually know how to do this now. And if you can go ahead and go on 3 minutes before and sit there, and I might be a couple minutes late, but I will be there on that same live. I finally figured out how to do that. So, yay raw. We're getting part of it down anyway. Getting easier to get the signs on. It's just thank you also, Judy, for sharing and liking. That is the greatest thing you can do for a person on live is to like and share, because now with the way that we're being able to notify off of Facebook, we just can't get it out there like we used to. So it's very difficult for us to get in touch with you guys to let you know. Oh, gee, Judy. It's just really hard to let you guys know when we're live. We get one message, and it has to be very general. We can't give you any links. So like I said, we do schedule the lives, or I do schedule the lives, and if you put get reminder, because I'll probably schedule them pretty early in the morning, and they'll be on my timeline, and then I'll put out a couple of just messages on my line, on my page after that. But if you go ahead and you click get reminder when you see that, then you should, or get in, if you click, it either says interested or get reminder. And if you click that, then you will get a reminder 20 minutes and 3 minutes before we go live, as well as the one that I send out 5 minutes before. And that's only on Facebook, though. There's also, I'm not positive on phones, but on Facebook on the desktop, if you look at the upper right-hand side, there's a bell you can click, and that usually shoots something out too, or comes up in the corner when you go live or something. So, all right. And we doing the Lori shake test. It doesn't fall off. I'm going to put the camera back a little further. Michael, you want to set that down and go hang this up on the door for me? I'm going to show it to you here. Go take that one off. Have Michael set his food down. Here it is. You can't really see it, so I've got this new thing. Yes, I do have this. This one is listed on Etsy. It is for $80, just like the rest of the military ones. I will have to do some foo-fooing. We haven't put the hook on it yet, or the back. I look at it to see if it needs a back or not. Most of them I do cover, but now we have to, I'm going to swing the camera around, but I don't want to blind you guys. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. All right. If everybody's ready, I'm going to try to swing this camera around. And lift it up so that you get a better view of the full thing. There it is. That is the Coast Guard cross. I will have to work on the ribbons a little bit and floof them out better. But that is the Coast Guard cross featuring Miss C's cross. Okay, I'm going to come back around here now.
Can we put it back?
Yeah,
Table?
you can turn it back around here.
You want it back on the table, right?
Yes. Anyway, I have Michael running my lights. We actually saw you. No, I didn't need that. Well, you can sit it back on the table, I guess. But anyway, something else. But anyway, I'm gonna turn this a little bit this way. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Laura. Anyway, I don't like it when the camera looks tilted because I think I'm tilted. There we go. So anyway, that is our Coast Guard cross, and I'll be fluffing the ribbons out tomorrow. We'll go out and we'll get pictures of it, and then I'll get that posted. Those pictures changed over on Etsy. It is on Etsy now. Hi, Olive. It's good to see you. But I'll get that posted or updated on Etsy. It is on there right now. I'm sorry, for listed at $80. Well, sometimes he is. You guys just see him when he's patient. You don't see him when he's crabby. He can get crabby, trust me. And I get crabby right back. So it's a... Have you ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond and you see Frank and Marie? That would be Mike and I, Frank and Marie Barone, off of Everybody Loves Raymond. Hi, Judy. Welcome back again. Sorry you're having so much trouble. Yeah, Michael's great. The girls, in fact, he's going to the convention with me, and he's kind of looking forward to it. He wants to go and watch. I forget. I'm looking at myself frozen here instead of at the camera. He's going to go to the convention. He's kind of excited to look at the different sign makers and stuff. JoAnn says hello, Michael. Say hello.
Hello, JoAnn.
Just say hello real loud.
Hello.
There you go. I made him say hello. Yeah, that's what we're like a lot. I mean, I'm not I'm not really as nosy as Marie Barone, but I know what goes on in my home. I don't go to other people's home. Oh, Diane, if you show up at the convention, we're going to go to Old Time Pottery, I think, on Sunday there in Illinois. It's like 15 minutes or so from the motel or the hotel, the Doubletree. And we're going to have a good time. So we only got an hour the last time because our son was with us. So you saw how much fun we had over at the at-home store. So, what? You're going to call us Marie and Frank? Oh my goodness. But he loves to shop. He is one of the best shoppers. He puts more stuff in the cart than I do, I think. Because I'll try to be, you know. Watch Nick at Night sometime. It comes on there a lot. I only know that because he likes to watch 2.5 Men, and it comes on there too. But anyway. So, okay, well, I'm going to get off of here because I don't know what he made for his dinner, but it smells really good. And so I'm going to get off here and grab something to eat myself. Well, good. I'm hoping I can get enough money to go to the one in New Orleans, too. But, and Mike will be with me, so Santa will have company. Unless, or is Santa gonna, I don't know. I told Mike he doesn't get to do all the sightseeing stuff in NOLA. He has to wait until I can go sightseeing in NOLA with him. He has to go to the convention stuff with me first. But I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, grab myself a bite to eat, see what's going on with these puppies, see if they're still crazy. Night ball. Okay. You got kicked off too. I'm so sorry Facebook's doing that. They did that to me earlier on somebody else's live, but I'm going to go now. Good night, everybody. Everybody have a fantastic evening, and we will see you tomorrow night. Facebook, Laura Jean's Wreath Rooms. Not sure what she's making, but it'll be fantastic. I know that. So we'll see you then. Everybody have a great evening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.